So welcome back, and this might even be a separate part, we'll see. Anyway, we'd leave Austin on I-90, or sometimes take 218, but usually I-90 from what I remember, because of a certain city up here. Then we come up this way, get off I-90, get onto 35 here. Go to Geneva here. And Sorensen's is pretty cool. We've gotten a lot of our appliances there. Back in Austin, that is. Not here in Rochester for us. Now we go through Otana here. Now, here's the thing. And there's one Cabela's. That was a little side note. That was funny. We saw that. And we were coming back this way. And Mom said, "Hey, there's two Cabela's there." Then she realized that we were coming the other way. She still laughs about it. But anyway, yeah. Mom, Dad, and I are registered Republicans. And yes, I am glad Trump won, but also sad that Kamala didn't win. It'd be cool to have a female president for once. And Hillary tried. And of course, you're seeing that. That's because in the 90s when we were going up there, her husband, Bill, was president, of course. And I think it was George Bush Sr. was trying to get in. So when I got to this area, I tell Mom, hopefully, in an election, Clinton falls. Yeah, we're Republicans, despite me showing that blue bedspread and pillow in that one estate browsing videos. But I'm going to leave it at that. Because I know there's a lot of people still angry. We'll move on. And we listen to classical music, easy listening, sometimes country. But we had this Reader's Digest tape that had different classical pieces like Saber Dance and a couple others. And then I think there might be some classical stations in the area we're seeing here. And there is one, or was one here in Rochester, 97.5 KNXR. That station's still around, but they switched. So now it's like 80s and early 90s and stuff. But the original 97.5 is still here. This is my fifth time trying to record this. It's streaming. Sometimes I'll listen to it, old time's sake. When I had my classes here, or sometimes if you go to the clinic, then we'll come back, we listen to that station. Anyway, yeah, we'll go through Lakeville. They have a Fleet Farm there, like down in this area. We'll stop there on the way back. Cover that later on. And continue up here through the cities, weave our way over through here and then up through here. And this was even before we had GPS with maps. I think back then it was just starting to come into the consumer sector, and even then it was just like one that showed coordinates. You didn't have a map or anything. And then we come through here. And we take 17C. And then that exit there for East Bank. And we come up through here. But we wouldn't go this way because that's the wrong way. There's a lot of cool areas up here though. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side. We come through this way, go through here. And we were just in this area a little bit ago. Or not a little bit ago, a couple years ago when my niece graduated. Anyway, we come through here and go to the ramp. Let's see, where is it? I don't think it was that one. Right there. Patient visitor parking ramp. And back in the day, it had Dover Impulse or Lagerquist. Now it's ThyssenKrupp's, from what I've seen. So now let's go to this map here. Courtesy of the university. So we come down this way. Now right in this area here is where I believe that Edwards chime was. And that wall there, as you can see. Might have been there too, but I think it was at this stairway. Anyway, down here is Deal Hall. And it might have been where this too is, or right in here. But there was a Fedwall CPD detector there. First time I ever seen one. And I thought it was like some fire sprinkler or something. Anyway, and then somewhere in this area, I think, was a restaurant called Outside Inn. I was going to say In and Out, but that's not right. Wish we had them around here. Anyway, it had like low walls, so people that were dining could see the people in the walkways, and vice versa. Kind of like this from our restaurant here in Rochester, except they were like, normal plaster lathing walls out of the glass like this. Also, this logo was a square that had sort of a stereotypical Irish or Celtic font. So it looks something like this, recreation. I don't think it's there anymore. I tried Googling it, but basically all the search results said restaurants with outdoor seating. Best restaurants with outdoor seating near the University of Minnesota and stuff. Even when I checked in 2015, it was still there on their site. Not anymore. But anyway, and we never ate there. Anyway, here's the Moose Tower. And right in here, where their elevators were, were the detectors. So I think there was one like right here, and then maybe one over there. Anyway, yeah, if I hadn't mentioned it already, we came up here for my orthodontia. Why we came all the way up here is beyond me. I think it was the cheapest we could find at that time. Yeah, we couldn't find anything here in Rochester or Albert Lee or Owatonna or Faribault or down in Iowa. It was all the way up here. Anyway, it's University of Minnesota School of Dentistry. Well, my doctor there was Dr. Evans. Now, being a drummer, I wish I could show you a picture of an Evans drum head, but all the drums I have are Remos, so Remo drum heads. So basically, here's a picture of the check-in desks. These are newer pictures, of course, because I had a camera back then, but it was a film camera. And then when it was time for a patient to be called in, you'd hear this little chime like this. You hear some more pictures of it found online. I remember one time, too, I was in the bathroom and I closed the door to the bathroom itself, of course, not to like a stall, but I closed the door and I hear this rumbling like, and it was like occasional like booms. So I like to pretend it was like a big ball or something rolling in a track. So like, anyway, yeah, and of course, if you have orthodontia or had, you know that after every adjustment, your teeth would hurt. And then also, at this time, like later on in my orthodontia, they had these Eagle dental cheese chips that came out.
I'm about to ask a real video freak which will score more points. Eagle's new nacho cheese tortilla chips or the other leading brand. Jack? You're not paying attention to me, Jack. Now you have to try the other leading brand. Jack, I know you like Eagles better, but you have to try them both, you geek.
And I can remember being tortured because, again, if you have orthodontic, you know that chips are verboten. No, nay. But thankfully I was able to try them. They're pretty good. A little better than Doritos. But then later on I had my psychologist appointments here. I think that's it. Could never get the two psychiatrists. I think it's psychologists because psychiatrists are the ones that have the couches like, well, what's bothering you? I think they were in here, Phillips Wagenstein building. And then, of course, let's see, where is that? I don't think it's in this part. There's Mayo Building, just like the Mayo Building here. Yeah, just like that Mayo Building. And you're seeing the Plumber Building too in Gonda. Yeah, there's the Medical Center Fairview. That's the one I mentioned in my other Honeywell video, the previous one. I had those. Also, there was one time when I was like, where this bottommost 2 is here, and I was looking this way, and I could have sworn like up in this area where this 2 is, I saw like some neon sign or something. But what it could have been was the windows over here. And I just seen the blue sky. But maybe there was, like in that area. We were hoping to try to get a tour of it when my niece Caleb, or my nephew Caleb and my niece Carly were in there, but never did. One year my cousin Ian was, we toured around the outside area, but we couldn't get in here. Oh, I never realized there was an N there. I thought it was just Wagenstein, but Wagenstein. Let's see if I'm missing anything. I have my notes pulled up on the computer. Yeah, looks like I've covered everything. So now we'll go back to this map. So then we get done, retrace our steps, our route down here. And there's Burnsville, I believe. Or not yet. We have Olympians up there, huh? We have Olympian Nissan here, where my dad got his car. And it almost sounds like I'm saying Lumpia. That's not right. You'll know if you've ever had that. It's pretty good. It's a Filipino dish, kind of like an egg roll. There, yeah, here's Burnsville. And then it'll be this. No. Exit 1 from this angle, I believe. Or 3B. Anyway, so then we come over here. Or was it over here? Either way. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe. No, it was over here. Yeah, there's exit 1. That's what I'm trying to think of. So then I think it's here. I think this is it, or no. I think it's down here. I think it's here. No, I don't think that's right. No, that's not right either. This is not right. Yeah, I completely had it wrong. I'm gonna go over here. Coldstone Court. because the Old Country Buffet used to be here. Let's see. What's that? Oh, look. I can't tell how you do it through here. Oh, duh! Right there. No, I don't think it was even there then. Well, there we go. You can see it. Swim school. And I remember there's some other places around here too. Like I remember that this Cold Salon was there. And we'd go up there, and then I think a lot of these other ones moved in afterwards. Remember there was a place called Mace, Bleeding Mace. A place called Main of Scandinavia, like cake decorating stuff. And there was a store where you could get colored pencils and stuff. That's where I usually got mine. Let's see. Yeah, this definitely wasn't there. Well, it looks pretty cool though. So anyway, once we were done there, well, first of all, this. I think that's where we stayed one year. We were going to go to the airport. I think this is it. Yeah, it looks like it. Anyway, they had Spectral or Classics and the old System Sensor 1800 smokes there. But anyway, moving on. Then we'd come over here to Burnsville Center. I mentioned that too. Remember the Sears that they had? I think up here, or well, I guess it would have been here. So, yeah, the Sears was really cool. One thing I liked was they had this electronic chime for employee paging. Kind of sounded like like that. And I remember seeing those ever-ready conductor batteries there. In fact, I think that's where I purchased them. Then there was a Burger King. I think probably in this area here. Or maybe it was over... I think it was over here. We went to a couple times instead of Old Country. Well, they had a fire alarm system too. With ADT pulls like this. Well, that's just the front of it. I'm just trying to... Probably some of that stuff is still there. Yeah, it's been changed since we were there. I believe that floor was different. Yeah, that's a cool place. And I remember this was afterwards too, but we were waiting to get stuff from the airport, and there was a big storm. So you could hear the rain really coming down in this area. And also they had like SD10s in this area. I remember one time I actually recorded it. Again, I wish I still had it, the recording, but it was slightly lower pitch though, because instead of this, it was down there. And then we go over here. There's that Cub. Remember I told you that was the Holiday Plus originally. Because of that. Then I think it might have been down this way, where the Best used to be. Might have been one of these two. Also, another thing about this too. It's about the split screen view. Let's see if I can. There, I finally started to leave. Anyway, I remember one time. Well, I guess we'll just bring this back. Because one time we were coming up here for a. I mean, one time we were coming up here for a performance of Handel's Hallelujah from our church's youth group. And there was a church down the street here, or down the way. And I remember we were passing by here, and again, this was back when it was the Holiday Plus. And I remember thinking, like, what's going on at this particular moment in that store? And I was kind of thinking, I'd much rather be in the store there. The screen's kind of cracked. Need to fix it. And that's why it's taking so long to get this video out. Because when I got my new one and restored everything, for some reason the project file got corrupted. So I had to rebuild the thing from scratch, basically. This sadly affected a lot of my other This sadly affected a lot of this sadly affected a lot of my other video projects too, like my real estate browsing and thrifting video. Thankfully, I got that one rebuilt. Probably work on the real estate browsing one. We'll see. And I think that's all the farther we went here, wherever that best was. Well, further we went, and then we come back. Get back on 35. And then see where's their fleet farm. I think it's a newer one. And I can get off of this mode too. Sorry about that. I think it was kind of in the southern section, southern border. Maybe it was up here. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I was right next to it. I didn't even see it. I think that might be the original one. I think. Oh, no. Because it's got the silo. So that is their newer one. Yep, that's got the silo. But I think the old one was over here. Kind of like what we have. Our old one was on the other side of the highway. And they built the brand new one. So then, yeah, after we got done there, usually at night, we just head back home. So there you go, folks. Long video, possibly. Or end of part 2. Thanks for watching.